Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the gym. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for all of the outpouring of love and support as well. We've got the world's newest, freshest PokéDad checking in today. That's right. Natalie and I are so excited. We are first-time parents now. As of Saturday, August 31st, and we're just so thrilled and you know, in some ways overwhelmed, but like also just so excited to be embarking on this journey together, and so thankful for everybody here for the outpouring of love and support, all the messages we've gotten, everything like that. Yeah, huge thank you to everybody. Oh my God, the subs, the bits, this is crazy. Quentin with the sub, CMT with the sub, Chicken Strip with the sub, Patrick with the sub, Dominic Olmstead with the sub, Manderson with the prime sub, Benjamin Russ, R.Us with the 200 bits, DNG with the bits, Yumi Force, Grimcore with the sub, Swizzerton with the 5,000 bits, Brandon with the bits, Schmucktux with the sub, Just Press Play with the 5 gifted subs. Let's go, folks. Thank you guys so much for the hype. I really appreciate it. I'm so excited. My whole world has been absolutely flipped upside down in the last couple days. I mean, this little dude is just, I love him so much. I can't believe it. I mean, just so like, man, being a dad's crazy. Thank you, Little Unknown, for the 5 gifted subs. Thank you, Peter, for the 200 bits. Brandon, Alaskan Hero, with 1,000 bits. Jurassic Cat with the sub. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, my God. Just so excited. But what a whirlwind. It has been, thank you, Just Press Play, those 5 gifteds. Little Unknown with the 5 gifteds. Oh, thank you guys so much. It has been an absolute roller coaster these last couple days. We had an induction scheduled for this upcoming week, for tomorrow, actually. But Natalie had to get induced early for health reasons, and basically was like at one of her checkups last week, and they just sent her straight to the emergency room, or to the labor and delivery, section of the hospital, and we're like, yeah, it's time, you gotta go. So yeah, it was not expected, but we're so thrilled. Everything's going well. Little baby Mahone is in the NICU right now. He's working on his lungs, and he just got taken off CPAP machine this morning, so we're really excited about that. He's doing well. He's doing great. Honestly, he's doing absolutely fantastic, and he's in great condition, and everybody is everybody who we worked with, all the nurses we worked with, all the doctors we worked with, are just absolutely phenomenal. We had such an incredible experience at the hospital. Outside of all the stressful, chaotic stuff, which has been really tough to handle, obviously, and obviously, Natalie went through a lot, and we just appreciate all the support and all the love and all the prayers, and all the tough stuff aside, the support we got from the staff of the hospital was great, and we had a really good experience there with everybody that we've been working with. Thank you, Hookshot, for those just like 1,000 bits. Thank you, Hookshot. I appreciate that. Natalie and I are hanging in there. Honestly, we've been living at the hospital since Thursday. I haven't spent a single night in my bed since Thursday. Not a single night in my own bed since last Thursday. So it is I'm a little bit kind of at the end of my energy level, but I was very excited to check in with you all and let you guys know what's going on with me and what's going on with everything. And also wanted to check in and open some Stellar Crown because I've got some gifted product. Ooh, don't want to bump that. From the Pokemon Company International. So huge thank you to TPCI for hooking us up with the Stellar Crown product early. And holy shnikes, my goodness, Ionios. How many even is that? 20? It's ridiculous. Yeah, let's get some hype going for Ionios in the chat. 20 gifted subs. Oh my God. Thank you, Ionios, for your continued support. You don't have to do that, but I really, oh my God, I'm just so thankful for that. Thank you. Thank you for the outpouring of love and support, guys. It really means a lot. And if anybody is wondering kind of like, you know, what the family dynamic is going to, how it's going to impact the channel or anything like that, it's not. In fact, I will be creating more content than ever before as a family man, because this is how we support the Mahone family. Yes, this is it's like no longer do I just need to support myself and you know, and Natalie. Now there is a third individual in the equation. So this is my job. Full Grip is our job, you know. So Natalie and I are going to be working, you know, harder than ever to, to create content. Natalie working at the shop, me creating content. You know, we're going to be doing more than ever. So you're not going to have to worry about like there being less content. That's not going to be what occurs. So just to kind of put that out there, I'll be streaming and making videos just as much, if not more than ever. So you don't have to worry about any of that. Thank you, Lucas, for that sub in the 6 months, and Dominic Olmstead with the 2 gifted subs. SMC Pulse with the Prime sub as well. Appreciate you all. Thank you so much for the outpouring of support. I mean, oh my God, it's just, I mean, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for the love and the support. Thank you, Kyle, with those 10 gifted subs, and Snoopy with the 5 gifted. Oh my God, thank you guys. Yo, Xenu with the 10 gifted, Snoop out there with the 5 gifted, Swizzerton with the 5 gifteds. Let's freaking go. Dang, we got a crazy hype train going on. And Sky Knight Gaming, Ryan out there with the 10 gifted subs. Yo, get some hype going for Sky Knight Gaming as well. Dang, you guys are incredible. I really appreciate the support. Natalie really appreciates the support. Baby Mahone really appreciates the support. Thank you guys. Thank you, Ballin' High, for that sub or for the 300 bits. I really appreciate it. Thank you. It's been an absolute wild ride. Golfing Spoon with the 10 gifted subs. Hot dang, CMT with the gifted sub. You know, thank you, Golfing Spoon with the 10 gifted. CMT with the gift. Thank you. Thank you. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you. It feels so good to be a part of this community, and I'm so thankful, you know, to have this position in this job that I have, and just so blessed to be able to start my journey as a parent confidently as, like, you know, a streamer. That's crazy, right? Like that's crazy to me as like a streamer and a YouTube creator. Like I'm starting like my journey as a parent, as a, you know, little baby Mahone's gonna grow up and his dad's a YouTuber. Like how crazy is that? it's kind of crazy, but I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for the support and for making this all possible. It really, you know, words can't express how thankful I am for all of you. So thank you guys. Thank you, Martin, for that sub. Thank you, Astro Zombie, for the sub. Tim Kid with the 500 bits. Thank you. But yeah, it's been crazy, and it's been emotional. It's been, you know, some of the most incredible couple days, some of the toughest couple days. You know, we've had a lot of support from our family as well, friends. And we're excited to start our journey as parents. Obviously, it's a little bit tough. Any any parents who have had their kids spend any amount of time in the NICU, you know how tough that is as well. And that's the reason I'm here right now, is because it's kind of this odd transition time where, you know, baby Mahone's in the NICU right now. So like he's being taken care of, working on his lung strength, things like that. And you know, he's not home yet with us. So, you know, we're going to be kind of like bouncing back and forth between home and the hospital. And like, until he comes home, I'm going to pop in for just like a couple of, you know, a couple of streams just to kind of like check in, see how things are going. I'm imagining that my schedule at first is going to be, you know, kind of part-time. I'll be in for like, and really like I'll be in for like streams, maybe like 3-hour streams, 4-hour streams, like a few days a week. That's kind of how I'm imagining like my first couple weeks going. And then eventually we'll get back up into like full swing again, where I'm pumping out YouTube videos consistently and like, and streaming every weekday consistently again. But like, obviously this is like a huge, you know, thing in my life, and we're working through it. So, you know, have mercy on me as we're kind of getting, you know, as we're getting our feet wet as parents and kind of figuring everything out. Have mercy on me. The content will be coming. I promise you that. I'm not going anywhere, and I want to keep you guys updated on what's going on. If you want to keep tabs on what my weekly stream schedules are going to be like, I post everything, keep everything as up to date as I can in the Tricky Gym Discord in the announcement section. You know, thank you Big Body Backs Caliber for that sub, and DTJ Laws, those 5 gifteds. Appreciate you. Slow Bro TCG player with the 200 bits. Thank you. 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 Puntiso Pessi with the 16 months. TV boy with the 100 bits. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. And thank you for the love, the prayers, the support. It really means a lot. Tim Kid with the 500 bits. Thank you. It really means the most. So, like I said, as I'm kind of like transitioning into the whole parent life thing, I mean, this week is actually going to be less hard probably than next week, because he's probably coming home next week. So next week will probably be a little bit more hectic than this week, because this week he's still in the NICU. So like Natalie and I are spending like multiple, you know, lots of hours a day with him, but like you can realistically only spend so much time like in the NICU, right? So like, yeah, that's like, you can only spend so much time there, really. But we're spending as much time there as we can. And, you know, the rest of the time I'm going to spend at home taking care of Natalie, and then here helping to, you know, keep the channel afloat. So thank you guys for all the love and support. Thank you, Call Me Luna, for that gifted sub. Appreciate it. And thank you, TV Boy, for the 100 bits. Let's see. So yeah, that's what's going on with me. I'm a dad now. You know, crazy. It's still kind of setting in. It feels like it's kind of like a fake it till you make it thing. When I got to hold him for the first time, man, I just freaking melted completely. Just so nuts. Getting to hold your little guy. You know, he's just a little man, you know. He's just a little guy. It's freaking crazy. Oh man, he's just a little man, you know, and he's gonna grow up. He's so smart. I'm convinced he's so smart already. I'm like, I see him do stuff. He's like 3 days old. I see him do stuff, and I'm like, you're a genius, bro. Like, you know, my kid is going places for sure. He had his little CPAP machine on, and he kept trying to rip it out because like he's over it. He hates all the wires and stuff all over him, of course, because he's in the NICU. But yeah, dude, like he's like ripping stuff out and like, you know, He's got a really strong grip, gotta say. He's a tough little guy. Yeah. But yeah, just so thrilled, so blessed, and so thankful for all of you guys as well. And thankful for the support of the community, and just excited. We're just so excited. Everything's kind of like changed in my mind now. Like, I don't really care about, like, it's not about me anymore, you know? It's about little man. It's about him. And that's just so exciting. That's so exciting. This little dude is going to like pretty much grow up here at the shop. That's something that I've also kind of realized, is that, you know, Natalie and I both are here every single day. Like, he's going to inevitably, like, some days, like, after school and stuff, like, you know, all that. Yeah, he's going to be taking, you know, he's going to be taking full advantage of the full grip daycare service, which is basically him romping around here pretty much all the time. So that's funny. And I'm so excited to see what kind of little dude he turns into, or what kind of little dude he is, you know, what kind of little dude he grows up to be. It's just, I'm so excited to see that. Thank you, Goofy Gudras, for the 21 months. I appreciate it. We've already got him all the Ravens gear already. He's got like a different Ravens outfit for every single like iteration of age. Like, he's got the newborn Ravens fits. He's got the 6 month Ravens fits, the 3 to 6. He's got the year Ravens fits. He's even got all the way up to a year and a half. He's got all the Ravens fits, like all the way up. My dad hooked him up with all that stuff. I got him one, you know, so that I had a little game day buddy. and then my dad like filled in all the other age guy, got him. And then you know, one of Natalie's relatives was like, "Oh, we can't have him in like all the Ravens gear. That's messed up." So then like he got him a Browns he's got a Browns thing, you know, with his name on it and stuff. So, you know, we're going to have, I think the in-laws are going to be, you know, trying to impress on him which football team he's a fan of. Oh, and some of our mods say that maybe he'll be a little Lions fan too, huh? Yeah. I'm so excited to see what his interests are, you know, and all that. And you know, if he ends up liking Pokemon, great. That's a thing that, like, thank you Bagel Blue for that sub in the 3 months. Get him a Lamar jersey. Already done. Yeah, matching. We're going to have father-son matching Lamar jerseys. That's right. Already done. If he ends up liking Pokemon, great. But, like, I don't want to, like, impress that on him. Inevitably, he'll be around it all the time, right? Like, he's going to be around Pokemon a lot, okay? You know, at some point in his young life, he will probably like come to the realization that his parents are huge nerds. At some point, he'll have to have this realization. Like, kids at school will be like, yeah, you know, my mom works at the library and my dad is a landscaper, or like, you know, my mom's a lawyer, my dad's a doctor, you know, and stuff like that. And then, you know, little baby Mahone's gonna be like, yeah, my dad's a YouTuber. My dad plays with Pokemon cards, and so does my mom. You know, like, at some point he'll come to that realization. I don't want to I will say I had some high schoolers come up to try and sell, like, they were doing a fundraiser for the local football team or whatever, right? And you know, it was a couple of high schoolers. They were raising money for the local football team and selling like little coupon books or whatever. And I was like, oh yeah, hold on, let me get my wallet, I'll buy one. And I like stepped into my house, and my YouTube play button is like, you can see it, you know, if you like look in the door, you can kind of see it's like up on a shelf that you could see from the door. And I like come back with my wallet, and they're like, whoa, you're a YouTuber? Oh, you're a YouTuber? They're like, how many subs did you need to get that button back there? And I'm like, I have 115,000 subscribers. They're like, 115? That's crazy. You know, they were like popping off about it, which was like kind of funny to experience that. Kind of like the high schooler kids just geeking out. So like, yeah, that was super funny. So hopefully being a YouTuber is still cool by the time that baby Mahone is, you know, I don't know, in school. Hopefully it's still cool then. But yeah, anyways, at some point, little guy will come to the realization that his parents are crucial nerds. And I'm not going to impress that on him. You know, like if he just wants to be a jock, like that's cool. I also, you know, I'm somewhat of a jock. Like I love sports. I'm into that stuff. You know, I did sports all the way up through college, and I'm back running again. So like, you know, if he's got other interests, if he wants to be a cheerleader, go ahead. You could be a cheerleader. If you want to be a football star, go ahead. You could be a football star. If you want to play Pokemon cards, you want to skateboard, like whatever, you know, I'm ready to support him with like whatever interests he's got. So like, you know, now obviously as a dad, like it would be cool if like whatever he's interested in, I could like help him out with that somewhat, you know, like that's always cool, you know, to be able to like help guide him at something that he's interested in. Like if he chooses to be interested in any of the things that I'm interested in, like great, you know, I can really help with that a lot. You know, but that's not what it's all about. So I'm not going to impress Pokemon cards on him. If that's something that he wants to do, like fantastic. But I think like, I don't know. For me, it's like if there's like a surefire way to make sure your kids like end up thinking something is cringe, it would be to like force them to do it, right? Almost like if I want him to like Pokemon, I should probably not force him to do it. I don't know. If he's anything like me, I hate being forced to do things. So like, I think, you know, we're just going to kind of see what he's interested in. Pokemon will be around. Like if he starts getting interested in the cards, like they will literally be everywhere. There will be no avoiding it, actually. There will be absolutely no avoiding the Pokemon cards. If he's interested in Pokemon cards, I could certainly help out with that. But if he's not, cool, that's fine, you know. So anyways, I'm just excited to see what he's interested in. I'm excited to see, you know, what he's like. And just so thrilled to be a dad now. It's just like, yeah, it's crazy. It's nuts. Thank you guys all so much for the support. Thank you guys for all the gifts and the bits and the hype. I don't have too long today. I just wanted to pop in, say hello, and give you guys a little update on what's going on. Today, I'm going to be opening some Stellar Crown product, courtesy of the Pokemon Company International. And then tomorrow, I got Jesse Parker coming back through, and we're going to do a tabletop session for Stellar Crown decks. And then Thursday morning, I've got Heather coming in for Stellar Crown pre-release stuff. So we've got we've got like a tentative schedule. As I've said, baby Mahone is in the NICU right now. So like everything is on a day-to-day basis, but this is the tentative schedule that we've got coming up. I'm not worried about the bracelet. All it says is Mahone Boy on it. And his name's not Boy, but that's all it says. It says Mahone Boy on it. That's my boy. Thank you, Chief, for the sub and the 19 months. Appreciate it. So yeah, we've got that's the tentative week schedule right now. Stellar Crown opening today. Jesse Parker Stellar Crown tabletop decks tomorrow. Heather Stellar Crown pre-release Thursday, and then and that's what we got. The doctor's estimates right now are that little guy should spend about a week in the NICU. He was born on Saturday, so we're hoping like maybe by this weekend we'll get to bring him home. So that's just where we're at right now. We're playing. Everything is day by day. Everything's day by day. So if you want to stay the most up to date with what I've got going on and my stream schedule, again, make sure to check out the Tricky Gym Discord in the announcements section. That's where I kind of post where I'm at with what's everything, going on. And I think like going forward, I'm going to start trying to post like my weekly stream schedule every Monday, or every Sunday. Like that's kind of like what I want to do. Just kind of post a week outline so the people know what to expect from the streams. And I think if I get in the routine of doing that, like every Sunday, every Monday, then that should make things, easier to follow here on Tricky Gym, especially as things change. Eventually I'm going to go back to streaming the Full Grip League nights as well. Like I'm going to be streaming Standard League night, Gym Leader Challenge League night. Like that's all coming. So I'm going to be doing some night streams coming up too. I mean, yeah, there's a lot going on. And I'm so excited that you're here to be a part of it. Thank you, Focus Fox, for the sub, and Salty Joe. All right, let's get to opening some packs, shall we? Let's do this thing. Yeehaw! Thank you, Lambuerto, for that sub. Here we go. All right. It is Stellar Crown time. Let's go. Let's see, what side do I want chat on? We can put chat over here. That looks good. Okay. I've got some brand new Stellar Crown sealed product courtesy of the Pokemon Company International. So huge thank you to the Pokemon Company International for this gifted Pokemon trading card game product. I am very excited to get to opening these packs because I am in the process of creating some brand new tabletop content featuring Stellar Crown cards. So definitely make sure to check out the YouTube channel, Tricky Gym, for the new tabletop content that I've got coming your way. I've got a lot of these cards in Japanese right now, but this is the very first Stellar Crown English product that I've opened. Unfortunately, I missed the scheduled pre-release that I had with Heather for last Friday night at midnight because I was in the hospital awaiting the birth of my first child. So, yes, had to rain check that, and we've got the pre-release rescheduled for this upcoming Thursday morning. It's a nice Terapagos turtle Elite Trainer box there. Very handsome turtle. I feel like the Elite Trainer boxes have been generally very handsome lately. So kudos to whoever's designing these. They look nice. We've got our Stellar Crown booster packs. Fantastic. Poison and burn markers. Dice. Turtle sleeves. Wow, actually, we've got like some new energy there. That's pretty cool. Hey, yo, check that out. Okay, this is actually kind of genius. The promo now comes in its own little sleeve with the dividers. And the dividers help to keep the promo flat, right? So that's pretty cool. I like that. And of course, in this Elite Trainer box, we have got the Noctowl promo with the Jewel Seeker ability. This is one of the strongest cards in the set. Jewel Seeker allows you to search your deck for 2 trainer cards when you evolve Noctowl, so long as you have a Terra Pokemon in play. Yeah, turns out searching your deck for any 2 trainers you want is really good. So, yeah, that's going to be incredible. Very excited about that. I've got one of those in Japanese, so now I've got one in English as well. And then, of course, the nice, handsome turtle dividers. Wonderful. And as always, going to be sleeving my hits in the absolute finest sleeves for collecting and playing the Pokemon trading card game, Dragon Shields. Huge thank you to Dragon Shield for sponsoring the channel and providing me with all of the supplies I need to create this content for you all. All right. Let's get going. I'm also excited to see what the pre-release format feels like. Missed that this past weekend, so that should be exciting. First up, and don't worry, there's nothing on the band here that's like, you know, sensitive information, so I'm like not really worried about that, but I do have to keep it on so I can get back into the hospital. so yeah, I do need to keep that on. All right, we've got Turtonator, Toad School, Milcery, Meryl, Jirachi. That's cool. It's got the Swelling Wish attack. Allows you to attach a basic energy from your discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon. Reshiram. Wow, and what a vanilla Reshiram that is. That is about as vanilla as it gets, folks. Yeah, not a not a single extra word on that guy. Shoo, that is pretty funny. Okay, yeah. Just 3 for 90. Lapdog. Yeah, these must be like theme deck cards or something. Fletchinder. Kofu. Yo, first pack magic. We've got a full art Metacham EX. Wow, that's kind of cool. The texture is pretty nice, actually. Usually not like the biggest fan of the full art cards, but like the kind of line art you got going on in the background like actually looks pretty slick. I actually like these. These look pretty nice. I wouldn't be disappointed in having to play these full arts at all. Yeah, that's kind of nice for sure. Excellent. So first hits on the table. It is a Metacham EX. Well, let's go. Diplin and Panseer, Metatite, Clink. I didn't even read the Metacham EX, but I'm like pretty sure he's bad, right? Chi Atsu, put damage counters on your opponent's active Pokemon until the remaining HP is 50. Yeah, no, can't do it. And then Yoga Kick 190. Nah, that's extremely unserious card right there. Jirachi, Glass Trumpet, new item card that allows you to... I can't believe it accelerates 2. I thought this card the whole time. I thought this card only accelerated 1. It accelerates 2? It's crazy. Okay. Now, you can only play this item card if you have any Terra Pokemon in play, and you can attach 2 basic energy cards from your discard pile to 2 of your bench colorless Pokemon. It's an insane card. Absolutely insane card. I'm not sure that I'm going to be playing this card in my Terapagos deck. I mean, Double Turbo energy still exists. Maybe once Double Turbo rotates, this will be a thing you have to play. But, like, yeah. Glass Trumpet, kind of nuts. Arcaludon. All right. Give your metal Pokemon. Pokemon that have metal energy attached have no retreat cost. Very cool. 180 hit points, 160 damage. Not too shabby for Gym Leader Challenge. I really like this energy design. I think it's fun, you know? I love it when an energy design, I can kind of like tell what era it's from. I feel like this one's very iconic. Like, this will be, oh yeah, that's the Stellar Crown energy. Like, very clearly, right? Very clearly the Stellar Crown energy. Like the, what was it? The energy, the Brilliant Stars energy is also very, like, obviously Brilliant Stars, and I kind of associate that. This is just not a very, the supporter, shuffle draw 4, but if your opponent has 3 or fewer, shuffle draw 8. I don't think that that's like, maybe, I don't know, maybe, you know. Shuffle draw 8 is good, but only half the game. The rest of the time, you're shuffle drawing 4. If it were shuffle draw 5, I'm sure in the pre-release, okay, that's actually, this is the most crazy limited card, because pre-release format are only 4 prize games. So as soon as your opponent takes 1 prize, you're shuffle drawing 8. So actually broken card in pre-release format. It's good to know. Akaberry. Talonflame. Thank you, Millennial 3, for that sub in the 66 months. Yo, and I pulled a Noctowl. Let's go. That actually came way quicker than the Japanese Noctowl that I was looking for. That's pretty crazy. I spent so long hunting for these out of those Japanese booster packs, but very thankful to find one already. So that's 2 on the board as far as the Noctowl go. I anticipate that the cards that I will want the most out of this set, the cards I'm really looking for, I want Area Zero Under Depths, because that card is very good, and I imagine a lot of decks will be playing them. I also would like to find some Terapagos EX. That would be fantastic. And I would also like to find plenty of Noctowl and Hoot Hoot. I also would like to find some of the Fan Rotom, I suppose. That card is quite good. There's our first Hooter. Love it. Vikavolt, Azumarill, Dubwool. The one nice thing about spending the last week in the hospital is that I have had plenty of time to work on my Nuzlocke. Crispin, okay. I think Crispin, honestly, is just kind of mid. Especially, I guess, all right. My first experience with Crispin is that I was trying to play it in a Stage 2 deck. Yeah, just absolutely terrible. Like, in the Cinderace EX deck, you can't afford to, like, play Arven to set up and then Crispin on turn 3 to get attacking. It's just like, I think Crispin's fine as like a one-of in decks that can search it out. Crispin's fine as a one-of in decks that can search it out to play on like a random turn where you need to like keep pace. But as like your main energy acceleration engine, I think this card's terrible for that. Like if your main plan is to like accelerate energy into play with Crispin, I think it's pretty bad for that. All right, here we go. Cubone. Crispin's like, is I think, you know, some GLC decks will certainly play it. And I think some standard decks may end up like, you know, finding room for like one of them. Now, Briar, this card's nuts. Yes. During this turn, if your opponent's active Pokemon is knocked out by damage from an attack by one of your Terra Pokemon, take one more prize card. Taking extra prize cards is like always good. And you can only play the supporter if your opponent has exactly 2 prize cards remaining, but they have the, Dusknoir and Dusclops exist, so you can blow them up and then set your opponent to 2 prizes and use this. Now, this card's crazy. I think the amount of things that you can do with Dusclops and Dusknoir and Briar, I really think that this card is going to be a one of in quite a few decks, because it's just like that powerful of an effect. Zeraora. And do these not come in holographic? Can I not get a holographic one of these kinds of energy? I really want the holographic version of it. Does that exist? Not yet. Dang it. Tauros. That's a very handsome Tauros. And Crabrawler. Comfy. Choodle, little clay Choodle. Love that. Swalot. Mewtwo. Just the most vanilla Mewtwo you've ever seen. Almost like it's from a theme deck. Celebi. Another vanilla, very vanilla looking card. Revavroom. Yeah, it's like all these cards have like no text on them. Thank you, Peter, for that gifted sub. I appreciate it. And Blastoise. Blastoise EX. This Blastoise EX like already exists, doesn't it? There's no way that this Blastoise doesn't already exist. Like, I feel like I've like attempted to build decks out of this already. This is a reprint, right? Yeah. The Twin Cannons, the Solid Shell. Yeah, this is a reprint for show. Okay. Different artwork. It's the one from 151. But it's just flipped, right? Like, isn't the artwork the same? It's literally just like going the opposite direction. I'm pretty sure I saw that on Twitter. Hoot Hoot. Grubbin and Grievered. Joltik! Yes! Love that guy. Electivire. Unleash Lightning, 2 for 220. You've got my attention. During your next turn, nobody can attack. What the heck, bro? Dabulski. Pangoro. Eevee. Heck yeah! There we go. Crabominable, the new art rare. That is a very cool card. I love how just kind of white out blizzard conditions it is. It looks really slick. It's got the Haymaker attack, which does 250 damage for 5 energy, but the food prep ability makes it so that attacks used by this Pokemon cost a colorless less for each Kofu in your discard pile. So if you've got 4 Kofu in your discard pile, you can use it for 1. And if you use the new Battle Compressor A-Spec that's coming out, you could discard 4 Kofu. Yeah, all that. Easy. And then Iron Boulder, 170 for 2. You just got to have the same amount of cards in your hand as your opponent has in their hand. This actually could be a valid card in Gym Leader Challenge decks for sure. I mean, with Dimension Valley being able to attack for just 1 psychic energy is pretty crazy. So yeah, that is certainly kind of nuts. We've got 1 booster pack left for the Elite Trainer box. And then we're moving on to the booster box. Wooloo. That is a wonderful Wooloo artwork. And Finian. Applin. Phalanx. Eldegoss. Slazzler. Frogadier. Mienshao. Bomberger. And Grimmsnarl. Ugly Grimmsnarl. Goad and Grab? Like, what is that, dude? Switch out your opponent's active Pokemon to the bench, and your opponent chooses a new active, and it does 160 to the new active. Goad and Grab? I don't know about that, Grimmsnarl. I'm sorry, buddy. All right, so for our Elite Trainer box, this was our haul. We got the Guaranteed Art Rare Noctowl promo, 1 Noctowl, a Medicham EX, a Blastoise EX, and a Crabominable. Honestly, yeah, all these cards kind of stink. But the 2 Noctowl, okay. We're thrilled about that. 2 Noctowl on the board. Booster box time. Let's go. All right, we're going to do this like... It's going to be like I'm a customer at Full Grip Games, okay? And there's an enticing display of Stellar Crown. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just buy every single pack one by one. Yeah. Yes. This is how we're going to do this. Yes. All right, serve me up a booster pack. Let's go. Again, huge thank you to TPCI for providing these cards for me to show off on the channel. We've got Rhyperior and Meditite. This Meditite art is super neat. Meditite just kind of chilling there on a little vine and tree. That is very handsome. And then Rhyperior's got the Wide Wall ability. Says whenever this Pokemon's in the active spot and your opponent plays a supporter card from their hand, prevent all effects of that card done to all your Pokemon. So if Rhyperior's in the active spot, your opponent cannot use boss's orders to bring up a bench Pokemon. However, will not stop cards like Prime Catcher. So that is worth noting. Nice Meditite art rare. Cool, cool, cool. All right, boost pack number 2. Rhydon, Toadscroll, Gravity Gemstone, and Venusaur EX. All right. I'm pretty sure this guy is not great, but let's take a look. 340 hit points and the Tranquil Flower ability, which says once during your turn, if this Pokemon's in the active spot, you can heal 60 damage from one of your Pokemon. And then Dangerous Tox Whip does 150 damage. And your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused and poisoned. Boy, if that ain't a Venusaur EX card, then I don't know what is. Yeah, that reads like a Venusaur, and unfortunately, it's not very good. Did you know that Venusaur EX has just, like, never been good? All right, there was a Celebi and Venusaur Tag Team GX, which was, like, almost kind of playable at one point in the team-up format, like, one time, okay? But it wasn't even, like, great. It was just kind of mid. It was this tank and heal Celebi Venusaur deck. I'm pretty sure it was Celebi and Venusaur Tag Team. I know. It's so sad. Ever since base set, even base set Venusaur is like not great. Competitively anyways, right? It's got the Impervious Shell ability, this Dreadnought does. Prevents all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from your opponent's Pokemon. If that damage is 200 or more, okay. Neato. But now there's like Charizard. Charizard's got his own tier 1 meta deck right now. Yo, this Melmetal is actually kind of crazy. All right, Melmetal, 160 hit points. It's got the Reforged Axe attack, which does 250 damage for a metal and 2 colorless energy. Before doing damage, you have to discard all tools from this Pokemon. If you can't discard any, this attack does nothing. This card, I think, is actually really good in Gym Leader Challenge format. So, you know, metal-type decks could absolutely accommodate this Melmetal. And there's a really neat combo that you can attach U-Turn Board to the Melmetal, and then U-Turn Board is a tool card that makes your Pokemon have 1 less retreat. But when it gets discarded from play, it comes back to your hand. So that way you can kind of like infinitely loop the U-Turn Board with the Melmetal, and you know, that's pretty gnarly combo. So I do like that. This Melmetal certainly could see some play in Gym Leader Challenge. Standard format, though. Gnar. Okay, Carvine, Lechonk. Oh, look at him. Wonderful. Eldegoss, Salazzle, Frogadier, Talonflame, Revavroom, and Caracosta. The Primal Knowledge. Attacks used by your Pokemon do 30 more damage to your opponent's active evolution Pokemon. Okay. Our first Area 0 Under Depths. Skyfield is back, except this time it's underground. And you have to have a Terra Pokemon in play, but then you can have up to 8 bench Pokemon, which is going to make benches look awfully funny for the next few years, that's for sure. That is a very strong card, though, and combos with a lot of different things. I even saw, like, Azul posted a funny-looking Hisuian Zoroark V-Star deck. I guess you could, like, do well over 300 damage. If you have 8 bench Pokemon and Hisuian Zoroark V-Star can do, like, 400 damage or something. Well, there we got Raging Bolt. Thunderburst Storm does 30 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon for each energy attached to this Pokemon. And then Dragon Headbutt does 130. Yeah. But that's kind of funny. I don't think Hisuian Zoroark V-Star is particularly good, but I do think that the Terapagos card is quite good. Let's go. We got a Crispin, which I'm definitely not upset to pull because Crispin is I think a fine card. It's not all that great, but I do think some decks will play like a one of it to like help get extra energy into play. But Cinderace EX, very neat. 320 HP, Flare Strike 280 for fire and 2 colorless energy, and then Garnet Volley does 180 snipe. I do think that Cinderace is unfortunately a little bit too difficult to power up. Just comparing a card like Cinderace to a card like Charizard EX. Charizard EX accelerates energy to itself as soon as you evolve it, so all you have to do is get Charizard EX into play, and then like you're good to go and you're good to start attacking. Cinderace needing to rely on cards like Crispin or Neo Upper Energy is just like kind of unfortunate. Makes it a lot more difficult to get Cinderace up and attacking. And usually I've found that like the earliest you're going to be attacking with Cinderace is like turn 3, which like a lot of decks are kind of going to be doing a lot by turn 3, right? Turn 3 is a hard sell in this metagame. Even Gardevoir is having a hard time keeping up, right? Because Gardevoir is a deck that like starts attacking by turn 3, and Gardevoir is like having trouble hanging on because that's not flower selecting. That's Flower Shower. Each player draws 3 cards. All right, control players, I see you. Each player draws 3 cards. That's a mill card right there. That's a control card right there in disguise. Each player draws 3 cards. Literally, it doesn't say you get to choose, bro. Each player draws 3 cards. You can force your opponent to draw out their deck. And that's kind of funny. Just saying. Like, they're already playing... mill decks are already playing like a... playing a Chi-Yu or whatever, right? Flower Shower is like Chi-Yu, but 3. We've got our first Bouffalance with the Curly Wall ability. If you have 2 Bouffalants in play, your colorless basic Pokemon takes 60 less damage from attacks. That is a huge buff for cards like the new Terapagos EX. And you can search for Bouffalance and Noctowl and Hootoots. Oh, wowee. All with the new Fan Rotom card, which I have not seen yet. Anyways, I spilled this pack all over the table. What do we get? Oh, cool! It's our first look at the English print of the full art, Stellar Pokemon with like that rainbow border. Galvantula EX. That's a pretty handsome looking Galvantula, I gotta say. The rainbow border is like really cool. I do think that this overall is like more successful than the the rainbow rares that they used to do during the Sun and Moon era. I think this like looks a lot nicer than that. Giving like the rainbow some contrast against the white background, like that looks nice. And like the little rainbow stars kind of all around the card. Yeah, that's a solid looking card right there. That's a nice looking Pokemon card. Very nice. Neato. All right. We still haven't seen anything like. We need a Terapagos. All right, that's what I'm saying. We definitely need a Terapagos. Ooh, we got an A-Spec. The Grand Tree. Well, let's go. New A-Spec card. Grand Tree is a stadium that has an entire novel printed on it. Which, you know what? I'm not going to give Pokemon a hard time for that. It's because I think the more complex cards, the better. I mean, listen. We've got plenty of cards in the Pokemon trading card game that look like this. With just like literally one line of text, unplayable, right? Like some complex cards are fine, I think, you know. So long as not every single card is like a novel, I think that's okay. Grand Tree says, once during each player's turn, that player may search their deck for stage 1 Pokemon that evolves from one of their basic Pokemon and put it onto that Pokemon to evolve it. If that Pokemon was evolved in that way, that player may also search their deck for a stage 2 Pokemon that evolves from that Pokemon to put it onto that Pokemon to evolve it. Then that player shuffles their deck. And you can't evolve a basic Pokemon during the turn it was put into play. Very cool. So basically allows you to instantly evolve up a basic that you have into a stage 2, but you have to go through the stage 1 line. The downside of Grand Tree is that your opponent can also do that. So if your opponent is playing an evolution in their deck, then you are really helping them to get their evolutions in play as well. So whatever evolutions you're getting into play with Grand Tree, well, I hope that it's like worth it, right? Our second Noctowl. Love it. Yeah, better be worth it. Because your opponent could also pop off with the Grand Tree. Now, I'm going to be streaming Stellar Crown tabletop decks with Jesse Parker, top 4 2024 World Championships Jesse Parker. I'm going to be streaming with him tomorrow. That is the tentative plan. Obviously, anything and everything could change because my baby boy is in the NICU. So if, like, you know, if something comes up, I may have to cancel stream. But as it is right now, I plan on streaming for a few hours between visits with him. So make sure to tune in tomorrow, and I will be doing some tabletop Stellar Crown content with Jesse. Last time I streamed with Jesse, the Turtle Checkmate deck was impressing very much. I have to say, the Terapagos EX Checkmate deck was looking kind of cracked. And I am very much looking forward to getting more reps in with that, or maybe switching up the build just slightly and seeing what we can do with it. Emergency rotation. Once during a turn, if this Pokemon is in your hand and your opponent has any stage 2 Pokemon in play, you can put this Pokemon straight onto your bench. That's cool. I think this is more of like a, you know, Metal Gym Leader Challenge card than a standard card. But it's like a really interesting effect in Gym Leader Challenge. If your opponent has a stage 2, you can just instantly slap it into play. 140 hit points, 2 for 130. Not a bad card. It is a Chenpao Slayer. That's true. If you want to just put this into your deck and you have like double turbo energies, you could just pop this sucker into play and then Hyper Ray for 110 times 2 because of Chenpao's weakness to metal. And blammo, you're doing 220 damage, right? So, like, I suppose that is a thing. Score Bunny, Letty Ba, Luminian, Glass Trumpet, and Dreadnought. All right, the first half of this box is looking, looking all right. I guess there's only a couple cards in this set that like, yo, all right, that's kind of hype. Full Art Briar is sick. All right, I'm playing the Full Art Briar in all my decks that play Briar. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, this goes crazy, actually. All right, I was going to say the first half of this box is looking like kind of soft, but now the box is looking nuts. Let's go. Full Art Briar. I think this is like the strongest supporter in the set by a lot. And the really dope thing about Briar is that it's a card that's going to be played as like a one of in a lot of decks. So having like one blinged out copy of Briar, I think is like really slick. That's cool. Yo, Briar's got some amazing earrings. Yeah, those are dope. Cool. That's my favorite pull so far by a lot. Electivire, Jirachi, Lapras, Nimble. Ooh, the Art Rare Zeraora. That is a very pretty card. I know all the Zeraora fans out there gotta love this one. It's not the best card. What, 20 damage plus 20 more damage for each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. So if your opponent, I suppose if your opponent has like an 8-card bench, then you could be doing 180 for 2. I mean, I guess. But for the most part, you're probably doing about 120. If your opponent has 5 Pokemon on the bench, I mean, you could be doing even less. Yeah, it's okay. Very nice artwork, though. What is the most expensive pull in the set? That's actually a really good question. Does anybody in the chat know what the most expensive pull in this set? Secret Illustration Rare Lacey. Yo, we got a reverse Noctowl. That's nice. Maybe the secret Briar or the secret Lacey. That's cool. On to the back half of the booster box. Secret Terapagos and Secret Briar. All right, well, let's pull those. Got our second Bouffalant. Finally, I can activate Curly Wall. Nice. I'm going to just stack up like my bulk over here so you can tell I'm a real gamer. Yeah, look at all that. There we go. Another Dreadnought. Our first Fan Rotom. That's crazy. It's just a common, dude. That's our first one. Fan Rotom is one of the strongest cards in the set because of that Fan Call ability, which allows you to search your deck for 3 colorless Pokemon with 100 hit points or less and put them into your hand. You can only use this ability on the first turn of the game, and you can only use it once. But, I mean, that's just insane. That's absolutely insane. Being able to just set up your entire board with basic colorless Pokemon that have 100 hit points or less. Let me remind you, Noctowl's got 100 hit points, so you can fan call for a Noctowl to use next turn. Hoot, obviously less than 100 hit points. Bouffalant's 100 hit points or less. You can go, search for that. This card's also going to be absolutely broken in Gym Leader Challenge as well. I suspect that every single colorless deck will play this card in Gym Leader Challenge. You can even go like turn 1 donks with Fan Rotom. If you go Guzma and Hala for like a Float Stone and a powerful colorless energy, that's turn 1 Assault Landing for 90. Like, colorless now has the option to go turn 1 donk with this Fan Rotom, which is crazy. Guzma Hala gets the whole combo. You can get Float Stone, you can get your Stadium, get the stadium, and and then you can go get the powerful colorless energy. So like that's crazy. I think this card is just unnecessarily good. Like he did not have to do 70 damage. Like, but he does. That's crazy. This card's nuts. That card's absolutely insane. The reverse Iron Boulder. I do like that. He's handsome. That is a nice, handsome. There's some good Gym Leader Challenge cards in this set. Unfortunately, or I guess fortunately, I'm not mad that this card is unplayable in Gym Leader Challenge format because there's no Terra Pokemon that don't have a rule box, so like you can never activate Jewel Seeker. I'm not mad about it. It's like colorless doesn't need that. It really doesn't. Another Glass Trumpet, nice. And Doshbun EX. Yes, I know. Everybody's looking for the Doshbun EX. It's 250 hit points and time to chow down ability. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn, you may heal all damage from each of your evolution Pokemon. If you healed any damage in this way, discard all energy from those Pokemon. Okay. It's kind of like a big Pokemon Center card. It like heals everything. All right. Like Cheryl almost. You guys remember the supporter card Cheryl? Doxbun? I don't know. That's a made-up word. Made-up name. I may not be pronouncing it correctly. Mo Rotom. I like him. He's kind of feisty, Veluza. Oh, it's another one of those Kofu cards. Cost less for each Kofu in the discard pile. The Double Mower. Clang, Cyclizar, another Briar to add to the collection, and Lapdog. There's our first look at Lapras EX, 220 hit points and 2 very meme-worthy attacks. I guess the first one's like actually fine. Power Splash does 40 damage times the amount of energy attached to this Pokemon. So if you have, let's say, 8 energy attached to Lapras, you can do 320 damage. Honestly, that doesn't ramp that fast. It's just not, for a Pokemon with 220 hit points, you need 8 energy to do 320 damage. Yeah. And then Larimar Rain costs a water, a psychic, and a metal. And you get to look at the top 20 cards of your deck and attach any number of energy cards you like that you find there to your Pokemon in any way you like. Yeah. That's crazy. Top 20. That's like, it's over a third of your deck by the time you draw your hand and like set out your prizes and all of that. You're literally looking at like half your deck. But like, it costs 3 energy. So you got to get 3 energy on Lapras. Then you got to waste an attack to accelerate. The card's a total meme. Like this, sorry, I love Lapras, but this card is not good. It's silly. It's extremely silly. Somebody will inevitably make like a pop-off YouTube clip where like I hit 15 energy and yeah. But like, but then you don't even get to attack that turn. You realize like decks like Miraidon and stuff, that's the cutest Bulbasaur I've ever seen. Oh my God. Like decks like Miraidon and Roaring Moon will just end the game before you have a chance to win with Lapras. The game will be over. This card is gorgeous. This is so cute. Oh my God. Apparently the Squirtle and the Bulbasaur the Squirtle and the Bulbasaur rares are also chase cards. Well, I'll be darned. There we go. I've got a Bulbasaur. He is super stinking cute. My goodness. I mean, no wonder these are chase cards. I mean, look how cute he is. I think I saw the Squirtle. The Squirtle is very cute as well. Dang. I absolutely love this thing. Have you guys seen the little like baby cozy cuddlers or whatever they have. All right, listen, I have a baby, so I'd be looking at the baby stuff now. But on the PokemonCenter.com, they've got these little cozy cuddler things, like little baby plushes. Comfy cuddlers, that's it. Yeah. Anyways, there's the Squirtle and the Bulbasaur one. I bought the Squirtle one today. Yeah. It's the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life, all right? I'm just saying. I wanted to get the Squirtle and the Bulbasaur, but Natalie wanted Chikorita, which is a fair, okay, Chikorita also very cute. But we've got the Squirtle and the Chikorita on the way for little baby Mahone. And we'll see if he ends up liking his Squirtle. We got a Glass Trumpet and a Raging Bolts. I know, all of them, right? Yeah. And we got the Deluxe Bomb. There's a new Ace-Spec card. If the Pokemon this card is attached to is in the active spot and is damaged by an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, you put 12 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon. If you placed any damage counters in this way, discard this card. Okay. So it literally sits there until it's activated, and then you get 12. And then it doesn't say anything about not being able to use it again. So if you have a way to recycle your tool cards, you could bring the Deluxe Bomb back and do it again. Brandon said that this card was the source of his only loss at the pre-release. That's kind of... This card is messed up to pull at a pre-release. Like, honestly, in pre-release format, yeah, that card's messed up in pre-release format. Because it's pretty much just taking a knockout. That's crazy. Is that our second Area Zero Underdepths? I think so. That is our second one. 2 Stadium. We have found Anna Crispin. Excellent. Dang, two Stadia. That is not going to do it. I need a lot more than 2. But we do have a lot of Noctowl. Okay, so that's pretty good. That's like a whole playset of Noctowl, actually. So I'm lacking on the Stadia so far. But the Noctowl have been kind. No turtles, though. No turtles, man. Don't you know that's what I'm looking for? Is some Terapagos EX. That's what the people want. Something to use that Glass Trumpet. All right, Area Zero Underdepths number 3. Okay, we are one step closer to a, dang it, Blastoise EX. Second Blastoise EX of the pull. I mean, that's pretty much good for nothing, but that's okay. He's very handsome. You know, in like a 3D CGI kind of way. All right, there's hope. We can pull our last Area Zero Underdepths. I believe that we can do it. Just one more Area Zero. I will be very content with my playset of Noctowl and my playset of Area Zero Underdepths. That'd be grand. Hydrapple EX Full Art. Yeah. Oh, man. What a goofy dude. Hydrapple EX. A big, tanky grass boy. 330 hit points. Got the Ripening Charge ability, which allows you to attach basic grass energy from your hand to one of your Pokemon and heal 30 damage from that Pokemon. And the Syrup Storm attack. I'm really glad that got translated as Syrup Storm. That's wonderful. Does 30 damage plus 30 more damage for each grass energy attached to all of your Pokemon. Obviously, you can use that with the Teal Mask, Ogerpon EX, accelerate a bunch of energy into play, Teal Dance, Ripening Charge, have a board full of grass energy and just one hit KO things. Kind of a fun deck. You know, I wouldn't say it's like super, meta serious or whatever, but certainly very cool, very fun. And there's definitely some synergy there between Hydrapple and the Teal Mask Ogerpon. Just a few booster packs left. Zeraora, Hoot Hoot. 2 remaining. Can we find the 4th Area 0 Underdepths? Probably not. And last pack. See if we can get any magic going out of this thing. Fletchinder, one of the finest bird Pokemon in the Pokemon universe. Finian, Tauros, Fido, Togedemaru, Marowak, Frogadier, Koraidon, Kofu, and Grimmsnarl with that Goad and Grab. All right, that's it for the Stellar Crown opening. I think the best hit I got was probably that Full Art Briar, but that's a good hit. We also got the Bulbasaur too, though, and that Bulbasaur, honestly, the Bulbasaur might be the nicest hit that I got. We got some good stuff. I was able to find 1 Fan Rotom. That's crazy. 1 Fan Rotom? 3 Area 0 Underdepths. Take a quick scan of the things I got. I think I pulled 3 Area 0 Underdepths. I think I got 4 Noctowl, a Grand Tree, and the Bomb Ace-Spec, 1 Fan Rotom, Venusaur EX and 2 Blastoise EX, Medicham EX. A lot of kind of, not terribly interesting EX cards. I mean, Blastoise EX is a reprint. Venusaur EX is like, yeah, these are kind of given pre-con theme deck vibe cards, but Cinderace EX is neat enough, and you could probably play this with like Charizard EX and build like a decent deck, but honestly, I'm going to tell you that you're just better off playing a Charizard EX without Cinderace, but you could put Cinderace in your Charizard deck if you wanted to, just to like have like a additional, swinging option, but I wouldn't really recommend it. Bulbasaur is certainly a cutie and one of the nicest art rares in the set, so that's lovely. And then the Full Art Briar, just really cool. Stoked about that because I'm going to play that Briar in my decks. You'll actually see this Briar on stream being played tomorrow as I do some tabletop Stellar Crown testing with Jesse Parker. All right, folks, and that's going to do it for the short and sweet stream for me. Again, just checking in to say hello, let you all know what's going up in the world of Tricky Gym. I'll keep you all updated in the Tricky Gym Discord with my stream schedules. Everything is kind of on a day-to-day, week-to-week basis right now, but I imagine within the next couple of weeks, I'll have everything back up and operating at full speed again. But for now, I need to go spend some time with my family, my lovely wife, my newborn baby boy. So I'm out of here for now. Thank you guys all so much for the love and the support, all of the subs, the bits, the gifts. I mean, my goodness, I'm just so blessed and so thankful to have you all and for your support. And yeah, I'm just so thankful. So thank you guys for being here. And thank you guys for all the kind words. I'll be back tomorrow morning at about 10 a.m. Eastern Time, streaming Stellar Crown tabletop decks with Jesse Parker for a few hours. Tomorrow morning, Eastern Standard Time, about 10 a.m. I'll see you then. Goodbye.